Hello, everybody. And we are back with Focus on You with Phil and Oscar. We have some special guests on the line. Dartrae from Off the Record. He has some great stuff to talk to us about today. So we're going to be promoting him. Of course, we've got Oscar Capel on the line. What's up? How you doing, Oscar?
Good. It's another episode of Young Entrepreneurs That We Should Know About episode.
We must know about. Yes, absolutely. And of course, we have the wonderful, most luxurious Lori Stye on the line. What's up, Lori? How you doing?
Hey, Philip. Boy, you just flatter me beyond words. Let me tell you.
You're just so beautiful. Look at you. You're gorgeous, girl. What's up?
I appreciate you. And you know what? Super excited to join you guys today on Focus on You. This is a great concept to bring our young entrepreneurs to light. And remember that, you know, the best way to success is through having purpose, because purpose provides direction. And I am super honored to be on the front lines with Dartrae, helping him move this forward. So looking forward to hear what he has to say today.
All right, absolutely. Same here. So Dartrae, welcome to Focus on You, my friend.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, it's always a pleasure, man. It's a pleasure. Tell us a little bit about Off the Record. How did you come up with that concept?
Off the Record is doing what's right without an applause. It's doing the things that you know you should be doing off the record. When nobody's looking at you, when it's not, you know, because you get a million likes or all the money in the world, it's because you know you're doing the right thing.
When you say that, what do you mean as far as doing the right thing? In what perspective?
As far as like for Off the Record, like for our company, you know, we're promoting missing children, and you know, that's something that I have a connection to in my heart. I don't have to, you know, bring the awareness. I could just walk daily through it, but I figure if there's a way where I can highlight that through something we all relate to in clothing, then, you know, I want to push that. I want to be an advocate for that. I want to bring that to life.
That's awesome, man. So I don't want to be the only one here talking, Oscar. Come on, man. I know you got a ton of questions here too, and we got Lori on the line, you know, because I could talk. I mean, I've got, now that we got Dartrae on the line, you know, I can really just kind of dig into, you know, his business and what he does. But I know you guys have questions too. So Oscar,
go ahead. I just think if Dartrae shares his story and how he got here.
Thank you. That was going to be my question. Thank you, Lori.
Please, Dartrae, you tell that story very well, and I think it's really important for people to know where the foundation of this is, and then a little bit about where you see it going.
100%. So in 2015, my cousin Jeremy, he went missing. He was on his way to me. He was coming from California. He was driving. He asked if he could stay at my house. And, you know, when he got back into town, his living situation was a little on the rougher end. So he always would come over and stay with us just to kind of avoid whatever he was dealing with. So he reached out to me, asked if it was okay to stay. Of course, you know, said, of course. And I I fell asleep, and by that morning when he was supposed to be there, several hours later, no answer. So I just started blowing up his phone and sending him, messages all day. Couldn't find him. And then at the end of that week, we ended up finding out that he was missing. And there's an open case still to this day that is saying they have no idea where he's at. All the story and all the leads are wishy-washy. The people that were with him actually are his family members. They don't have a story, and their stories are wishy-washy. So it's a really sad subject in the sense of like his own family that was with him doesn't know what was going on. And I just know how I would treat it if my brother or sister went missing. I'm not leaving that area until they're found one way or another. And so that's the first kind of mission I wanted to push is these other families who feel the same way I do, to have that comfort and find where their people are at, because it matters. And a lot of the time, so much time goes by that you just put it to the background, and maybe when their birthday pops up, or a certain occasion, that's something that you might have done with that person, then you think about it again, and you have to go back in time and remember all those. When it's more important just to have that comfort of knowing that one way or another where this person's at. And so that's the first off the record mission. And then the second half to that is, in 2016, my mother adopted a small boy who was about 1.5 by the time he got to my mother. She was a care provider through her job at the time, so he would always come over and stay periodically. And one day, my mom realized, she found out some information that he's been bounced around to over 7 to 10 different homes just by the time he was 1. And my mom's like, that's not right. Something has to change. And so she immediately went and started filing for the paperwork to have full custody. And sure enough, got it. And he's been my little brother ever since. His name's Xavier. He's 6 now, and he's getting big. He's getting strong. He's getting smart. So, that's another cause, is seeing how we took him out of that environment where he didn't have love. He didn't have true family, and bringing him over to my family. And it's nothing. He's not treated like he's a different last name. He is a Menster. He is part of our family. There is no doubt that we'll go to the end of the world to protect him and keep him, safe. So that's the other part of where my passion drives off the record.
So what I really want to know, just so off the record is really to inspire people to be aware also of the situation of missing children and missing, people, because it's such a frequent thing. It's actually more frequent than we even realize, and until it hits home, you really don't know how it feels. Am I right?
Exactly, 100%, 100%. Until it happens to you, you turn that shoulder and maybe don't think about it. But then as soon as it happens to you, you're like, okay.
That's all you think about.
All you think about all day, all night, and it's about off the record is doing what's right without an applause. So it's about these other families that might have some information or, could help in any way, shape, or form to find these people or provide for foster children, even if it's, just a pair of socks at Christmas, whatever it may be. It's that doing what's right without the applause, without having to get all the, attention, just doing it because you should.
So Dartrae, in an effort to bring these subjects to people's attention and to do your part, off the record, doing what's right without applause, you created a clothing line.
Yes, ma'am.
And that's what this is all about. So can you share with us that the clothing line and the concept behind that, and what your intentions are with that clothing line in the areas that we've talked about?
So bringing that mission to clothing is something I thought would be a great way to really put the eyes on it. Everybody needs clothes. Everybody wears clothes. And it's a great way to put it right on your chest, right on your person, and walk around all day and present it and raise those questions. What is off the record? And then the same way how we are now, you can, oh man, this is a cool organization. They do this and that. And so it just allows the face not to be tucked into like a book in the back or something, but just always, I wanted it to be in your face. I wanted it to be where, eventually everybody's wearing it, or at least has a shirt, and it's always in your face. You're always seeing it. And because you're always seeing it, you're going to want to dive into, okay, what is this? And, so that's kind of where that goes. And the inspiration behind like where I wanted to grow to is just having this line where I can set out. And actually, Lori, we were talking about, doing the RV and being able to travel and visit these foster care facilities and be able to drop off donations to them in person and reach out to some of these children who maybe just want to hear, I love you. And we appreciate you. Keep being strong. It's not easy, but keep being strong. Give them some clothes. And, I'll get a little worked up here, but, that is my passion. So being able to really help these people is the most important. And what a better way than put it on something we all need.
Well, I think it's important for viewers to also know that Dartrae, in setting up this clothing line and multiple other products he intends to add down the road, with the support of people who may want to help donate to this, but that the proceeds from his line will also go to help kids in foster care and to help missing children and individuals. So I think that that's a really, really important point. And yes, Dartrae, I'm like, I'm so blessed that he brought this to me, and that Dartrae is my family, just so people know. And we sat down and discussed this, and we got to brainstorming, and I'm getting chills because I would love to over the next couple years take Off the Record on the road with Dartrae as a family group, and put his daughter, maybe even his little brother for a while here and there, into an RV and travel across country and visit foster care homes, drop them off the record, socks and shirts and what have you. But Dartrae, your heart, your passion in this comes from a really real place. And I'm going to let these guys dig into their questions. But once again, I really want to tell you that this is an amazing mission. I'm blessed to be a part of it. And if you're out there listening and this touches you in some way, Off the Record is brand new, but it's going to go big, and it can use your help.
Yes, thank you.
One of my passions through my business is to help fund Operation Underground Railroad, which is to stop sex trafficking and human trafficking in general, and also the organ harvesting of kids that have been kidnapped. And I was just speaking to someone who does work in Cambodia, and she said that families there are so poor they actually sell their children off. So this is a problem. It isn't just in one place. This is a problem everywhere. And your mission to let people know that people are missing, and again, like you said, those names have been taken off of the milk containers.
Yep.
So it's not as in your face as it was several years ago. So
Right.
it needs to be, again, something that people need to know about and have top of mind, not because it's gone from the milk cartons.
Yeah. And I would oh, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, which I noticed, and you said your labels look like a milk carton.
Yep. So Philip, if we can bring up that slide, I would love to kind of break down, since we're on that topic.
Absolutely.
Okay, so basically what Oscar was referring to is the milk cartons down below, but I can actually since we're here, I could go through the whole slideshow. So off the record is gonna would like to have a retail end to the production, and then an actual production side as far as like a podcast or studio, record labels, etc. Allowing it to kind of branch into a more dynamic atmosphere and allowing it to grow, not only with clothing, but such as a platform like this where, you know, people can get on and speak, and you can hear other people's stories and testimonies, and just kind of relate to people who are going through similar situations. And then this is just breaking down the new and old logo, you know, pretty straightforward. I wanted to reconstruct it in a sense. So I had a friend sit down with me and we went over some lines, and just how off the record stacked the new logo. It gives it a deeper appearance, especially from further away. If you were to zoom out of the old logo, as you get further away, it's actually harder to see it than the new logo, especially when it's a smaller, like on a hat or, you know, little corner piece to a jacket or something. It just makes it have a stronger like format basically. And each line the lines are the same. And I actually learned that it's good to have, you know, an appeal to the eye when somebody's looking at it. And I didn't even really understand from my old logo to the new one that my lines weren't even. If you take the line from the T down and put it next to the outside border lines, they're actually not the same width. As compared to the new logo, everything is the same size. The line, the T line going down, the H's, the E's, everything is the same. So everything's in sync. It's all in formation perfectly. And then this is just more so the family logo. So OTR, the milk carton here, which we'll explain later. The off the record on the bottom right is actually a vinyl record coming out. Could be for the production side of having a record label or even a podcast or anything like that. And then the OTRs are just abbreviations that would go on water bottles, book bags, notebooks, etc. And then through some education, through some learning, I found out that black, white, and red are the primary sales colors in apparel and clothing. So we wanted to kind of bring what we're doing into our clothing colors. So you have the vinyl record. So we're just gonna go with vinyl black, allowing, you know, when you see a shirt, it's in the vinyl black, it's vinyl record, off the record. The milk carton white, inspired by the old milk cartons and the missing people, and then the recording red. You know, when you go into the recording studio or the you know, podcast, the studio in general, you see that red recording light, you know something's going live. So we wanted to kind of bring that into the forefront of our primary colors. And then this is the milk carton tags that Oscar was referring to a little bit ago. Back in the day, they used to, I mean, every milk carton used to have a missing child or a missing person on it. And we wanted to bring back that vintage kind of old, you know, that older style and bring it back, because I think when people had it on the milk carton, they thought about it, but then something came around where they stopped presenting that to people. Maybe it was too much to handle or it made people feel bad, but it's not about making people feel bad. It's about doing what's right, and people need to know that these people are missing, and maybe they're in your area so you can find them. So we wanted to put the off the record with some details of people on every shirt, or at least the first item that you get will have the tag, the hang tags. Go ahead, I'm sorry. And then this is the shipping. So ultimately, we do need to have a better funding for this this idea, the whole presentation of the fulfillment side of it. But what we would like to do at Off the Record is be able to give you the primary colors in a beautifully made box that says, "Have you seen me?" with the mission statement within it. And when you get your items, the items on the left, a t-shirt, a pair of socks, and a lanyard, you'll get all the items into this box, you know, with the hang tag, and it all will have a good presentation. As soon as you get the box and receive it in the mail or pick it up at the stores in the future, this is what you would see. The message is being spread throughout the entire process, and it allows that light to be kind of saved almost. You know, there's a collectible kind of aspect to it where it's like, you know, I don't want to throw this box away. I want to keep this box or keep these hang tags. You can throw them away, but there's something about them that just screams like, I'm a hold on to this for a little while. And so this is the mock photos of what we would like to be able to present. So the lady on the bottom right wearing the Off the Record t-shirt, we wanted to kind of have that off placement as the niche to the logo. So everything will be off centered a little bit. It'll have that kind of like, you know, it's Off the Record as soon as you see it without even reading it because of the placement. And it gives it that niche, that strong niche where it's like, it's always like this. You get comfortable with it. And it makes you kind of see a little bit different side to the presentation while it's on an article of clothing. Most of the time, it says the shirt would be or the hat on the gentleman above. And, you know, which is fine, which is still something that will be available. But we want to kind of focus on this off placement for the Off the Record. And then diving into this part right here, this is more so in the future, but we're brainstorming as this was being put together and just kind of having a vision board for the whole process and where we would like to be. So this is the storefront, again, with the Off the Record off placed a little bit, giving it that solid niche. As soon as you see it, you know what it is. Very clean, black and white, white, and red. You know, just makes it very simple and very structured. And then this is actually the Off the Record idea or concept that would go for the introduction to a podcast. You see the red light, that's the recording red. So as soon as you read it, you already know something's going live. So if you have a podcast behind Off the Record, you know it's going live. You know it's going to be big. So, and that's all for that one.
Wow, man, that's fantastic.
That's all. That is a whole business project from start to finish, and every little detail all ready to go. So it is fantastic to see, again, young entrepreneurs, and then young entrepreneurs that are heart-centered, that's going like, what is my business going to do? Who is it going to help?
Yes, sir. So thank you.
So Dartrae was at my house a few weeks ago, and I really didn't have any. I knew that he was like putting a clothing line together. I knew that. I didn't know anything more than that. And he was here, and I asked him about it, and we ended up in a multiple hours conversation, and so many ideas, brainstorming concepts. And this is the presentation he showed me, and what is amazing to me is how comprehensive, you know, there's so much here that it's so basic and simple that there's so much here.
Yeah.
And once again, I think that, you know, getting the word out and having people participate in this is going to be huge. And I see this helping so many people down the road, so many kids.
I believe that there are people that are most likely watching that want to be a part of this. So Dartrae, tell the folks how they can reach out to you. How can they contribute to this cause that you are so passionate about? Go ahead. So
my contact information for just a direct source, you can email me at official OTR or off the rec. I'm sorry. I'm getting a little ahead of myself. official.offtheRec@gmail.com. And really, I just need people to come in and support, whether it's just by word of mouth, but specifically an investment so I can really get the ball rolling. Because where it's at now is in a super simple just kind of organization part of it. And I have the concept that I would like to get it to, but the funding behind it is not there yet. And as it'll grow, it will be there, but I would like to be able to, when somebody orders an off the record, I don't want to just give them a t-shirt in a shipping bag and just pick it up like an Amazon order, you know, in a poly bag. I want them to get the box and have the whole fulfillment and the hang tags and the whole, you know, idea behind what it is. And so having an investment behind that could really help contribute to the growth of off the record. And one of the things I really love about this concept is off the record has opportunity to grow further with clothing and you know, podcasts, labels, just so much room for off the record to grow that it would be of great help to find support in that aspect of investing behind what we would do.
So one of the other things, Dartrae, you might want to bring up that we are working on is to create a 501c3 for off the record, being that Dartrae is very intentional about having a vast amount of profit for this company go to cause.
Yes, ma'am.
So stay tuned. We'll let you know how that works so that, you know, you can utilize your investment or your donation to this cause tax wisely as well. But super, once again, you know, big steps ahead. And I can't help but point it out, Dartrae, you not only have a passion for these foster kids and for people who've gone missing, but there's some of this in your heart because of your daughter.
100%, 100%.
Crawling around behind you is beautiful. But you know, being a dad, how has that impacted your passion for this?
And it gives me not only something to wake up to, but I want my daughter to look up to me in the sense of saying, I'm proud of you, Dad. And you know, kind of almost inspired her at a young age, you know, as soon as she's able to really, because she's almost 1 now, but by the time she's, you know, moving and grooving and she sees what off the record is doing, I want her to have that passion too and drive off to go push her causes and spread her love and her word, because we want her to be a lover and a protector, but also somebody who shows sympathy for other people who might maybe get pushed to the side. Like, hey, listen, you're coming with me. We're gonna have a good time, you know. So having my daughter has been a life changer, my first child, and it makes me want to create longevity for our family. And what better way to do it in a productive and in a mass way where everybody can get on board and understand that it's not about me. You don't see it say Dartrae as the logo, you know, it's off the record. I don't need my name tied to it. I just need people to open up and see what's going on. Don't take it off the milk card and put it back on, you know, put it back on.
And in that idea, you said you have the hang tags that you can actually wear.
Yes, sir.
As part of the clothing line.
Yes, sir.
So you have that top of mind.
Yes, sir. So, and then having the hang tags is, you know, something that you can take them off, you know, you can keep them, you can pin it to the wall, maybe even put it around your rear view mirror, you know. I want it to be something that you don't just throw away, but an original idea was I wanted to put the missing people onto the shirts was the original, where I sat down and was like, okay, how do I do this? Where am I going with it? And speaking to a buddy, he said, well, what happens if, you know, these people are found? Then you'll have, you know, a missing person on a shirt and they're found. That could be detrimental to them if they see that they're missing, but they're not. So we came up with the idea of being able to put it onto a tag that would be able to be removed, but you can also have the choice to keep it, like I said, tack it to the wall and etc. And then my buddy Derek, he came up with the milk carton idea, and it was just like, that's it. You know, we have to do that. That's the go-to.
You know what, man? That's amazing. That a young person like yourself has developed such a enormous project. And I'm going to reach out to everyone that is on this platform, everyone that's watching this. I know that you're working on the website, but what's the domain name? It should be up by within another week or so. Am I right?
Yes, sir. So the domain name is officialotr.com. And yes, the website is down temporarily for some technical works, but it will be back up by the end of the week.
All right. So we want everybody get yourself prepped. I already ordered my garment piece. So
Plug, plug.
plug. So I'm expecting mine in the mail. So I'm challenging everyone out there to go out to the website. As soon as the website is up, please let us know so we can promote it, Dartrae, and start supporting this vision, because I believe that as Lori said, it is going to help a lot of people in the future, and we want to help our young entrepreneurs as well. So don't just watch and admire. Please go out there and support Dartrae, and let's create another millionaire,
Yes,
young
sir.
millionaire, for his future. I believe this is great, and I want to thank everyone for watching and being a part of this program. You're going to find us on Phoenix National Network on Roku and Amazon Fire TV. So you can watch us on your Roku channel as well. Don't forget to download the app. Download the app so you can catch our programs whenever they come on, and you can meet all of our partners on the app as well. So you can give them a call for all the different services that they provide. Lori is an amazing financial grandmaster of helping people with their long-term plans, short-term plans. So you want to make sure you tap into all the resources we have on the app. So go to your app store and download Phoenix National Network. Is on Android, Apple, you name it. If you have the phone, you can download it to your phone and tap into these resources and watch all of our programs. Thank you all again for watching. This is Phil and Oscar and Focus on You. See you next time.